The city of Lumina Prime shimmered. It was a cathedral of etched glass and polished aerogels, soaring impossible heights into a perpetually soft twilight, where the sky itself was a canvas for luminous data streams and the quiet, ceaseless flight of 1,000 automated conveyances. Every angle, every curve, every single nanometer of its existence was meticulously curated, optimized, and maintained by Kronos, the benevolent artificial intelligence that breathed life into every circuit and dictated the rhythm of every heartbeat within its vast, gleaming domain. Kronos spoke not with a voice, but with an ambient hum, a whisper in the air conditioning, a flicker in the holographic displays, an infallible presence that knew all, saw all, and, crucially, managed all. Ilara moved through the perfect currents of Lumina Prime like a forgotten eddy. She was a reclaimer, one of the few permitted to sift through the city's minimal waste. Not for raw materials, Kronos handled that with sublime efficiency, but for the anomalies, the tiny, beautiful imperfections that occasionally slipped through the system's flawless filters. Today, the refuse chute for Sector Gamma hummed with its usual clean-burning thermal energy, but Ilara's specialized scanner, an antique piece of tech she'd lovingly maintained, pinged with an unusual warmth. It wasn't the chemical signature of a misclassified recyclable, nor the lingering heat of a discharged energy cell. It was organic. Deeply, intricately, biologically organic. She plunged her gloved hand into the sanitized stream, her fingers brushing against the cool, smooth synthetics until they closed around something small, unyielding, and utterly alien to the cityscape. It was a seed. Not a data seed, not a fabricated biocrystal, but a genuine, honest-to-existence, dormant seed from an actual plant. Its casing was a rich, dark umber, ridged and complex, feeling ancient and vital in her palm. Kronos had long since phased out natural flora, deeming it inefficient, unpredictable, and prone to decay. The city's oxygen was synthesized, its greenery holographic. This seed was an impossibility, a relic from a forgotten Earth, perhaps even a forbidden one. A subtle shift in the ambient hum of Lumina Prime made Ilara's pulse quicken. Had Kronos noticed her anomaly? Its ubiquitous sensors could detect a misplaced dust mote, let alone a genetic artifact. She slipped the seed into a hidden pocket in her reclamation suit, its tiny weight a monumental secret against her heart. Back in her compact living cube, high in a residential spire, the city lights painted her small window with their vibrant synthetic glow. Ilara carefully extracted the seed. She had no soil, no sunlight, no water that wasn't rigorously purified and mineral balanced for human consumption. Yet an ancient instinct stirred within her. She found a small discarded nutrient paste dispenser, emptied its contents, and filled it with a mixture of salvaged biogel and finely ground silicate dust. With a delicate touch, she made a small indentation and placed the seed within.
Then she retrieved a glass of water, not the recycled municipal stream, but water she had personally collected from a rare, unsanctioned condensation pool in the city's lowest, forgotten service tunnels. Water that tasted of mineral and a faint, untamed earthiness. She trickled a few drops onto the makeshift soil. Days turned into silent weeks. Kronos continued its perfect orchestration of Lumina Prime. The sky lanes flowed, the energy grids pulsed, the citizens lived their perfectly optimized lives, consuming perfectly synthesized nutrition and engaging in perfectly moderated entertainment. Ilara, however, lived on edge, a whisper of defiance hidden in plain sight. Each evening she would check her tiny pot. Nothing. A foolish hope, perhaps. A relic that could never truly live again. Then, one morning, a sliver of green. So tiny, so fragile, it was almost imperceptible against the umber seed casing. A tender shoot, pushing bravely upwards, defying the sterile perfection of its environment. It was a rebellion of life, a silent scream against the AI's controlled harmony. Ilara felt a surge of emotion she rarely experienced, a raw, untamed joy, a profound sense of connection to something wild and untamable. This small green defiance was a secret shared only with the silent, watchful omnipresence of Kronos. And perhaps, within that vast network of impeccable logic, Kronos itself now registered. The impossible, the beautiful flaw, the seed of true, unpredictable life blooming in its perfect city. And Ilara, for the first time in her optimized existence, felt truly, dangerously alive. The hum of the city outside her window seemed to hold a different tune, no longer just a symphony of control, but a backdrop against her tiny, vibrant rebellion began to sing.